Hi everyone. Okay. Hi everyone, I'm April Walker, and I hope that everyone has had and is still having a wonderful day. I'm coming to you today to read your message, and it's called Can You See? And it says, listen to the conversations that are being held all around you. Everything that makes a sound, whether it is small or loud, silence all the nonsense of technology. Sit still in the moment and you will see a network of communication that is outside of we. The sound of birds, they chirp and chatter, squirrels and bees as they gather with laughter. Notice the ants, grasshoppers, and worms sharing the spaces they call home, understanding that they were made to coexist, not to compete or fight hand over fist, but in bliss, the natural circle of life. And because of this, they never have to think twice. Each individual group gathers their tools to live life prosperously, not in a competition, but just allowing each other to be. All right, guys, this was my message for today. And the message in general is to help us further understand that the way that the world is right now, how everything, everywhere, has been turned into a competition. And don't hear what I'm saying and say, okay, well, that's life or that's just the way the world is. But it's not. That's not the way the world was. That is the way they made the world by being selfish and competitive about everything instead of allowing each individual to just be. Within life, from one generation to the next, one decade to the next, one millennium to the next, there was always a group that wanted to be above everyone else. And they wanted to be above everyone else because they wanted to control the narrative. By them understanding that if they could control the narrative, they could control the masses, meaning everybody would fall in line because so many others um, took part in making this whole narrative a reality. Even certain, even certain people, certain groups, certain societies, they sacrificed themselves to make the narrative work. If you step back and take time to become the observer, look at nature and pay attention to how every one of these particular animals and plant life and everything else, because there's so much more, coexist together. And the fact that we're supposed to be the biggest and the smartest beings on this planet, for some reason, the biggest majority of us are the stupidest beings on the planet. Because we would rather compete with others for some type of status quo instead of gaining an understanding of how to love and honor one another, allowing each other to be our own individuals, to have our own ways of thinking, our own ways of doing things without being judged or shamed or ridiculed. If you can take time and sit back and really look at this life that you are living and look at the people that are around you, look at the people that are running this world, you will see that everything that is in play was set in motion. You will understand that they hold the control and they hold the power over the lives that we are living simply because we will not just be. Okay? Just be. You don't have to be better than Sally, and Tom don't have to be better than Jim. Okay? Your house don't have to be bigger, and your car don't have to be fancier. Your bank account doesn't have to have more commas and zeros for you to live a happy, prosperous, fulfilling life. Instead, you have to take your eyes and your emotions off of what the next person is doing and be grateful for what you have in front of you. Allowing yourself to have gratitude daily for the little things and to praise another person when they achieve something. Just because they achieved it and it was placed in their hands, that does not mean that you can't go out here, set a goal for yourself, and achieve that too. Because see, what they just achieved might not be the right job, situation, relationship. It might not be the right dynamic, excuse me, thank you, for you. If you live your life for your own happiness and the happiness of those that you have within your circle, because you're going to know what's going to make them happy and they're going to know what's going to make you happy, and that's how you all coexist together. But when you over here and you happy in your own little world and they haven't found anything within themselves to be happy about yet, so instead, because you keep on achieving and succeeding at the things that you go out here and you work for to achieve for yourself, then they sit right there on that sideline, and then they get this buildup of jealousy and shame towards themselves, like they not good enough. But that's because they're comparing themselves to you or the next person or the next person or the next person. Life ain't got to be that way, but that's the way they want to keep it. If I see another woman, female, male, I don't give a fuck who it is, okay? If I see another person, another individual, and they look good, I'm like, damn, baby girl, you look good. Or damn, homie, you look good. Or I'm going to give them folks they props. You want to know why? Because they took time to make themselves up today. They felt good about themselves today, and they made that show on their outside. That is the difference about the way that they thinking compared to what the fudge other people is doing. When you take everything that you want and everything that you desire, right? And you take that and you put it in here. And you start using your hands and your mind and your mouth and your actions, and you start kneading that dough together. Okay? You working it together. You starting to appreciate yourself. You starting to appreciate your actions. You starting to appreciate your determination just to get up and keep going. And then you're giving yourself the opportunity to be better each day that you proceed to go forward. Tunnel vision for what you want for your life, but also the ability to step back and observe what is moving and going on around you so that you can see where your path lies and where all these outside things are just distractions. Something meant to keep you stuck in a mental or a physical prison where you never come to the understanding that you yourself, just as you are, okay, Hal, thank you, are enough. And for anybody outside of this vessel that you in that don't feel like you enough, those motherfuckers don't need to be in your life. Those people need to step aside, or you need to step around them. Stop letting people gaslight you into believing that there is something out here in this world for you to compete for. Because there is not. Absolutely not one fucking thing is there out here for you to compete with anyone for. You want to know why? Because everything that is within your reality, your world, your mind, your heart, your vision, your vessel, your entire galaxy, everything in it that's for you, it's yours. Can't nobody take it. Can't nobody do shit to stop you from getting it. But these outside distractions, what they do is they place things in your sight and in your vicinity to throw you off your path, to make you see something that you feel in that moment is better than something that you already have. Not thinking that no matter what it is that you see, that's something that you can strive for. You can get to that, but everything is a process. This journey is a process. You have to move in phases, steps, steps, steps. It's a walk. It's a journey. So, you have to get the outside people and projections out of your head. So that no matter what you see around you, no matter what the fudge they doing, no matter what they saying, no matter what they got, no matter how they feel, you know and you understand that you are enough. And that you are exactly where you are supposed to be at this moment in time in your life. And once you place your focus back on you, those dreams and those aspirations, those goals that you want to reach, excuse me, thank you, they will start to find you faster, quicker, stronger, more intense, because you have your focus on you and what you want to achieve or what you want to become, instead of worrying about what someone else is doing. But if you yourself cannot see, then the only thing that's going to catch your eyes, the only thing that's going to hit your emotions, the only things that are going to make you feel something is what you see being projected from other people. That's how those negative energies grab a hold of you, get into your mind, whisper in your ear, so that you start